Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In one of the most alarming and jaw-dropping turns the Sister Wives saga has taken, an explosive theory circulating among longtime fans of the show paints a chilling picture of Kody Brown's descent into chaos, a sinister plan that could leave the Brown family out on the streets, while Robyn Brown allegedly endures horrifying abuse for the sake of financial survival. This narrative isn't a storyline from a dark drama series. It's a tangled web of suspicion, alleged manipulation, and whispered secrets tied to years of dysfunction, jealousy, and financial ruin. Many followers of the once harmonious polygamist family are beginning to wonder, has Kody finally snapped under the pressure of his crumbling empire, and is Robyn now facing the consequences of being his last remaining wife? The theory is terrifying. Kody Brown, allegedly drowning in debt and paranoia, may be orchestrating a total financial collapse to manipulate sympathy, draw media attention, and force TLC's hand into extending the Sister Wives franchise or greenlighting a spin-off. But the price of this calculated gamble? Possibly everything, including Robyn's safety and the security of their remaining children. The once proud patriarch of the Brown family is reportedly spiraling. Kody's erratic behavior has been a long-developing storm, but now, according to online forums and behind-the-scenes whispers, there's real fear that his latest plot is darker than anyone could have predicted. As Christine, Janelle, and Mary have pulled away from him emotionally, spiritually, and physically, Kody and Robyn have become isolated, paranoid, and increasingly frantic. TLC insiders suggest that the money from the show is drying up, especially with the family fractured and the appeal of the big happy polygamous unit long gone. Kody allegedly believes that staging a catastrophic event, such as losing their home, going bankrupt, or showcasing the alleged abuse and suffering of Robyn, could spark a media frenzy strong enough to revive their reality TV empire. This isn't just tabloid gossip. Viewers point to Robyn's noticeably disheveled appearance in recent public photos, her subdued body language, and her tearful confessionals on the show as signs that something much more sinister is going on behind closed doors. Meanwhile, fans have noticed an unsettling pattern in Kody's recent appearances. His wild-eyed rants, conspiracy-laced accusations against his ex-wives, and his aggressive outbursts toward his older children suggest a man who has completely lost control. But is it all a performance? The theory posits that Kody may be weaponizing his own downfall as a strategic PR move, a shocking breakdown that casts him as the tragic anti-hero and Robyn as the suffering martyr. By orchestrating a full-scale collapse, including homelessness and financial devastation, Kody could be setting the stage for a massive sympathy campaign. Robyn allegedly plays a critical role in this, perhaps unwillingly. Some sources claim that Robyn, who once seemed like the apple of Kody's eye, is now a pawn in his twisted plan. She is reportedly being beaten down emotionally and possibly physically, as a means of forcing her compliance or evoking public pity. Her breakdowns on camera, her constant apologies, and the eerie silences between her and Kody in scenes have not gone unnoticed. Robyn's children, once protected under the promise of a secure future, are now caught in the eye of this alleged hurricane. With rumors swirling that the Coyote Pass property may soon be lost due to unpaid taxes and debt, and Robyn's lavish home allegedly being at risk of foreclosure, fans are terrified that Robyn and the kids could quite literally end up on the street. Kody, in his twisted justification, reportedly sees this as a necessary sacrifice, the kind of storyline that would guarantee attention, headlines, and potentially a financial rescue from TLC or sympathetic viewers. The question is, has Kody gone too far in his attempt to stay relevant? The show's earlier seasons were about love, faith, and building a plural family rooted in spiritual harmony. Now, fans say, all that remains is desperation, deceit, and perhaps even danger. Adding to the storm are the voices of Christine and Janelle, who have both subtly hinted in their interviews and online lives that things behind the scenes are far worse than what the cameras reveal. Christine, who once feared for her daughter's emotional safety under Kody's increasingly toxic behavior, has thrown herself into a new life with David Woolley, leaving fans to wonder if she knew this implosion was coming all along. Janelle, always the practical one, appears to have fled Flagstaff with nothing but the clothes on her back, a decision that, in retrospect, may have been the smartest move of her life. And Meri? Even in her silence, her recent body language during press appearances speaks volumes. Every former wife has distanced themselves, emotionally and geographically, from Kody, almost as if they're running from something much darker than heartbreak. Could they have seen the early signs of what Kody was planning? Fans on Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube have taken their concerns further, analyzing clips of Robyn looking haunted and exhausted. Many now believe that Robyn may be the ultimate victim, once the favored wife, now the sacrificial lamb. While she once drew public criticism for stealing Kody from the other wives, there's a growing movement of sympathy for her as she appears increasingly fragile, isolated, and possibly in danger. Some even speculate that Robyn's tears on the show are no longer performative. They are real cries for help, masked behind Kody's unrelenting control and the producer's desire to keep the cameras rolling. And if that's true, it raises a terrifying question. Where is the line between reality television and real-life abuse? At what point does the network step in? Or has Kody Brown successfully blurred the line between entertainment and exploitation, and is Robyn paying the ultimate price? Ultimately, whether this theory is based in harsh truth or born from the chaos of fan speculation, one thing is clear. The Brown family is in shambles and Kody is at the center of it all. His alleged plot to destroy what's left of their empire, in a desperate bid to stay relevant and profitable, may backfire catastrophically. And if Robyn is truly suffering behind the scenes, emotionally or physically, then Sister Wives has entered its darkest chapter yet. Viewers are calling for answers, for transparency, and for accountability. Because what started as a family seeking acceptance is now the cautionary tale of what happens when control, ego, and obsession spiral beyond repair. And if Kody Brown really is plotting to put his family on the street, sacrificing Robyn's well-being in the process, then no amount of ratings or reality TV spin can save him from the storm he created. Kody Brown is plotting to put the family on the street. Robyn is being beaten terribly for money. In a turn so dark and disturbing that even longtime Sister Wives fans are questioning how deep the chaos really runs, insiders now claim that Kody Brown, the once beloved patriarch of the polygamous Brown family, is not only scheming to drain the last remaining assets from a shattered household, but is allegedly putting his legal wife Robyn through terrifying emotional and possibly even physical abuse, all for the sake of maintaining financial control, public image, and what's left of his crumbling ego. What began as a quiet series of financial moves and suspicious withdrawals has now spiraled into a full-blown investigation among those closest to the family, with whispers of coercion, threats, isolation, and, most disturbingly, harm. While Robyn has always been portrayed as the loyal, weeping queen of Kody's crumbling kingdom, multiple sources close to the Flagstaff family now believe that she is being trapped, both emotionally and financially, in what some are calling the most twisted chapter in Brown family history. According to financial leaks obtained through court filings and testimony from former friends and crew members, Kody has been quietly transferring what little family income remains, including residuals from TLC, Cameo Money, and Robyn's online collectibles business, into private accounts bearing only his name. Multiple LLCs connected to Brown family enterprises were dissolved over the past 6 months, while Kody allegedly redirected key payments to a shadow business registered under a pseudonym, raising suspicions that he was preparing to declare bankruptcy and disappear, leaving his remaining family with nothing. But it gets worse. Allegedly, Kody has already initiated the process to evict Meri, Janelle, and even Robyn from the remaining Flagstaff property, arguing in court that the family failed to contribute to their share of spiritual upkeep, a bizarre clause buried in a contract Robyn herself admitted to signing years ago during their legal marriage restructuring. And if you think Robyn is safe, think again. Several concerned family members and former insiders claim she is not just emotionally imprisoned, but is being manipulated and possibly even hurt as she spirals into a financial and mental health crisis she can no longer hide. Robyn has reportedly lost a significant amount of weight in recent weeks, has been seen with dark bruises on her arms and wrists during production breaks, and has withdrawn entirely from social media. One former assistant claims that Robyn was overheard saying, I don't know how to leave. He says I'll be broke, alone, and dead if I try. In a moment that left TLC producers shaken, Robyn reportedly collapsed behind the scenes of a confessional shoot after a heated phone call with Kody, sobbing uncontrollably and whispering, "I'm scared of him now. This isn't the man I married." What happened to the man who once claimed to build a family on the values of faith, love, and living a principle? That Kody Brown is gone, replaced by a paranoid, erratic figure obsessed with legacy and control. Now, he allegedly spends his days plotting rebrand, schemes, and isolation tactics, fantasizing about escaping the backlash by selling the family's remaining land to out-of-state buyers and retreating into a new version of polygamy in the deep woods of southern Utah. One source says, he told Robyn he wants to move without telling the public, go off the grid, start over, and he doesn't care who he leaves behind. Meanwhile, Christine and Janelle have begun building a legal wall to protect their children, warning others that Robyn may be the last domino to fall before the entire Brown empire turns to ash. But fans and insiders are starting to ask hard questions. Why is Robyn still there? Why hasn't she left? And what is Kody threatening behind closed doors to keep her under his thumb? There are growing fears that Robyn is being pushed towards selling heirlooms, borrowed jewelry, and even personal items just to keep the family afloat, or worse, to feed Kody's delusional lifestyle and pay off the mounting debts he continues to ignore. In what some are calling economic abuse, Kody allegedly refuses to let Robyn take a job, despite mounting bills. When she suggested returning to part-time online sales, he told her she was humiliating the Brown name. One disturbing moment captured on a camera phone by an anonymous crew member showed Kody slamming a door and yelling, "You don't work. You obey. That's your job." Former wives and even adult children are growing increasingly alarmed. Gwendolyn has posted cryptic tweets suggesting something dark is happening behind the scenes. Michael T., ever cautious, reposted a quote about standing up for women trapped by manipulation. And even Paydon, long estranged from Robyn, shared a TikTok warning fans not to believe the tears you see on camera because real pain doesn't get broadcast, it gets hidden. Meanwhile, Janelle has reportedly reached out to women's advocacy groups in Flagstaff, unsure of what legal options exist to intervene if Robyn refuses to leave voluntarily. A source close to Janelle revealed, she doesn't trust Kody anymore, but she knows Robyn is still trauma-bonded. She's not weak. She's just broken. And as Kody continues his downward spiral, more disturbing details emerge. Leaked audio from a recent phone call between Kody and a friend revealed him calling the family dead weight and referring to his former wives as leeches. He went on to say, "Robyn's the only one dumb enough to still take care of me." A chilling moment, made all the more disturbing when you consider that Robyn has no legal protections, despite being his only wife on paper. With her finances tangled in Kody's accounts and her emotional stability hanging by a thread, she may have nowhere to turn. Even Robyn's older children, once quiet and sheltered, are beginning to show signs of distress. Aurora reportedly fled to a friend's house after one heated argument turned into screaming and broken dishes. Dayton has allegedly stopped speaking to his stepfather entirely, leaving the house only for therapy appointments. Meanwhile, TLC producers are at war. Some want to pull the plug. Others want to film it all. One executive reportedly said, "This isn't reality TV anymore. This is a woman in crisis, and we're filming her breakdown for ratings." Even within the network, calls for intervention are growing louder. But Kody? He's doubling down. He allegedly told producers, "You think this is the end? It's the beginning. My story's not over. This family will belong to me again, or it will belong to no one." Chilling words. Dangerous words. And still, Robyn stays. Not because she loves him, but because she fears the unknown more than she fears the man who's breaking her. "I gave him everything," she reportedly told a neighbor in a tearful conversation on the porch. "And now I don't even have a way out." Fans are left stunned, heartbroken, and demanding answers. Is Robyn a victim of long-term coercive abuse? Has Kody crossed the line into physical intimidation? And most importantly, who's going to step in before it's too late? As the story unfolds, one thing is devastatingly clear. The Brown family, once held up as a modern example of plural love and unity, has become a cautionary tale of control, fear, and a man who mistook power for purpose. Stay tuned, because the silence in that house is no longer spiritual. It's terrifying. And unless someone steps in, this won't end with a reality show twist. It'll end in heartbreak, scandal, or worse.